Good day, parents and dear learners. Welcome to today's social studies class. Our topic for today is pastoralism. To start off, let's look at this picture. What do you see? Well, I see a dog, a cat, a rabbit, and a few other animals. Are they part of one group? You may ask yourself. Well, they could be. Let's look at another picture. I see a raccoon, a panda, a tiger, a cheetah, and a few other animals. Are they part of one group? It could be that they are part of one group. Now, if we compare the two pictures, if we look at this picture and we look at the other picture, we may conclude that these animals were put in separate pictures because they are part of two different groups. Now, what are these two different groups of animals? Let's look at the pictures once again. The first picture, which has the dog, cat, guinea pig, and the second picture, which has the raccoon, the hyena, and the panda. If you say the first picture is domesticated animals, and the second picture is wild animals, then you are very correct. Now, what are domesticated animals? And what is domestication? Domestication is the taming of animals for human use. Now you might ask yourself, what is this taming? Taming simply means to change the behavior of something for either your use or to complete a purpose of something. For example, we tame animals for human use. And examples of this taming of animals for our use is a few that I have mentioned here. Cows, for example, are used for milk. When we need milk and we are not babies anymore, we are bigger than 3 years old like you are, and you are in grade 7, but you need a glass of milk. We get it from the cows. Cows are also used in agriculture, like you see in our farms. Goats and sheep are had for accessible meat. When meat runs out in the house, grandpa or grandma might give us a goat or a sheep. Then we kill it and we have meat for the next month, which makes it easier than going in the bush and hunting to get meat. Chicken are used for eggs as well as light meat. You get up in the morning, you don't feel like eating plain bread. What do? You take 2 eggs, you boil them, or you take 2 eggs, you fry them. And when there is no meat in the house, what do? We maybe take 1 chicken, or we take a chicken, we kill it for light meat. Sheep are used for their wool as well. If we look at the sheep, we see that they have this soft, fluffy things. When they are dirty, it appears brownish, but when they are clean, when they are washed, it's pure white. This wool is used to make some clothes and other stuff like pillows and so on for us to use. So we need domesticated animals for the survival of humanity. Imagine how difficult it would be if we didn't have cows, if we didn't have goats, if we didn't have chicken nearby and tamed, if we had to find these goats, chicken, cows in the wild and expect them to attack us, would we even survive? Could we survive without milk, without clothes, without protein, such as eggs? I don't think so. The process of domestication and the use of animals is called pastoralism. Now, do you see the link between those domestication and pastoralism? Yes, domestication is part of pastoralism. Now, let's look at what is pastoralism. Pastoralism is a way of life where people depend more on domesticated animals to make a living. Now, what do they mean? If I, Miss Luangu, have 100 chickens, what can I do? I am sure you know that Miss Luangu will not be able to eat all the eggs produced by those 100 hens. But what I can do is take most of the eggs and sell them. Some eggs I keep and some eggs I sell to buy something else. What else can I do? I can also sell some of the chicken because I will not be able to eat all of them at once. If I have cows, I can take some of their milk and sell as well. Or I can sell some cows to get money and buy extra stuff and so on. So we need it to make a living, number one, and we also need it for our survival. Even if Miss Luangu is not selling them, I will still need to kill a cow to eat it or to kill a chicken to eat it as well. Now let's talk a little bit about the spread of pastoralism in Africa. If we look at our textbooks, we will find out that pastoralism started more than 10 years ago in Western Asia. Soon it found its way into Western Africa, Northern Africa, and towards as the years passed, then it's when it started coming downwards, south. So the first humans to become pastoralists probably domesticated sheep, goats, and cattle, according to what archaeologists say and scientists say. And they started this in Africa about 6,000 years ago. I'll repeat. Pastoralism started about 10,000 years ago, but in Africa, it started about 6,000 or more years ago. So we started a little bit later. It started when the Sahara Desert was not yet a desert and had lakes, rivers, and grass valleys. At one time, and it's the same thing that happened to the Namib Desert and many other deserts in the world. They were not always a desert from the beginning. Scientists believe that first, because of the things they found in the desert, that first it was mostly looking like our land where we stay, with lakes, rivers, and grass valleys. So pastoralism started at that time when the Sahara Desert was not as dry as it is today. So pastoralism reached Southern Africa when the Bantu people migrated. Now we have to look at the Bantu people also. We know that they are from Northern West Africa. So when they migrated, they brought their skills towards us with them and came and stay with us. So we also got to learn their skills. The Bantu didn't have much knowledge in crop farming, but they had knowledge on how to tame and breed and head cattle. A good example of this, if we look at a part of the Bantu speaking people, let's just look at the Hereros. Have you seen how good they are with cattle? Yes, this knowledge was passed on from generations to generations, back when their ancestors were still in Northern Africa and were doing or practicing pastoralism. So when they came to this side of the south, they came with that knowledge as well, and they taught others. Now we do know that here in Namibia, before the Bantu migrated, what were the people living here? Yes, the San. And what type of people were the San? Were they also pastoralists? No, they were not pastoralists. They were hunters and gatherers. So their migration, the migration of these Bantu-speaking people, changed the old hunting form of life to a food production lifestyle. They came and they said, no, listen, you cannot just kill animals like that in the wild. Take some animals, tame them, keep them at home, and these animals will also, apart from meat, give you maybe eggs, leather, help you around the house or whatever with around the farm, with whatever you need. For example, if it's bugs eating or plowing in the farm or whatever you need, these animals can help you with, and other stuff. So the Bantu speaking people taught us a more productive form of lifestyle. They taught us that we don't just need to hunt animals and live on them. We can actually change the behavior of this animal, change it not to eat us, but help us with other things in life and give us other things for our living. I hope you understood. Please feel free to call me or text me if you have any question, and I will get back to you.